What you're seeing is a performance, a meticulously crafted production, decades in the making. The smiling faces, the coordinated outfits, the perfect waves. It's the greatest show on earth, and we've all bought a ticket. But behind the palace walls, the script is falling apart. The actors are tired, and the director is running out of scenes. This is Royal Report 24/7, and if you're fascinated by the truth behind the crown, you need to stay with us. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, because what we're uncovering today will change how you see the monarchy forever. Share this with one person who thinks they know the real story. The curtain is about to be pulled back. For centuries, the monarchy survived on mystique, on distance, on unapproachable majesty. But in the 21st century, that wasn't going to work. The solution? A rebrand. Enter the era of the modern royal. No longer cold figures on stamps, but relatable humans. A family you could aspire to sympathize with, and most importantly, believe in. It was a masterstroke. Princess Diana began it, weaving humanity into the fabric of the firm. And in recent years, we were supposed to see its final, polished form. King Charles, the passionate environmentalist. Catherine, the flawless future queen. William, the steady heir. Even Meghan, the breath of fresh American air. A united, modern family for a modern world. But according to a growing chorus of royal insiders, biographers, and sources speaking from the shadows of the institution, this modern image isn't just polished, it's a stage-managed lie. And the pressure to maintain that lie is now creating cracks so deep, they threaten the very foundation of the House of Windsor. Let's start at the top, with King Charles III. Insiders describe a monarch caught in an impossible bind. His lifelong passion has been to streamline the monarchy, to make it slimmed down, relevant, and cost-effective. But sources close to the royal household whisper that this vision is colliding violently with the need for the family spectacle. The demand for perfect public moments, for photo ops with smiling grandchildren and united fronts, is, as one aide allegedly put it, suffocating the very change he wants to enact. Charles, they say, is frustrated. He's waited a lifetime for the crown, only to find that the crown now requires him to be not just a king, but a patriarch in a global reality show. Every private tension, every family rift undermines his serious agenda. And the two most prominent storylines threatening that agenda? There are whispers, never confirmed but persistently echoed in certain circles, of intense stress behind the scenes, of the enormous weight of being the future queen consort, of raising children in this goldfish bowl, and of being the unwavering counterpart to a future king who carries his own burdens. Her recent, prolonged absence from public life, and the palace's carefully worded, then clarified, then re-clarified statements about it, did more than spark concern. According to some commentators, it blew a hole in the stage management. It showed that even the most polished pillar can falter, and that the machine's response can be clumsy, revealing the frantic operators behind the curtain. Theirs is a different kind of stage, a Netflix-ready, California-polished production of authenticity. Meanwhile, from Windsor and Kensington Palace, the narrative is one of silent duty, of weathering storms with dignified grace, of a family unit so tight-knit and traditional it needs no external validation. The problem, according to sources, is that these two competing productions are locked in a passive-aggressive war of imagery. Every photo released from one side is analyzed as a rebuttal to the other. A smiling photo of Catherine with her children is seen as a counter to Harry's tales of a broken upbringing. A candid shot of Harry playing with Archie and Lilibet is interpreted as a rebuke of the stiff, formal royal childhood. The family has become a branding battle, and every birthday wish, every omitted name, every carefully timed documentary release is a strategic move. Insiders claim this cold war of visuals is what exhausts senior members of the family. It forces every action, even private ones, to be calculated for public perception. There is no offstage, and at the heart of this, reports suggest, is a deep, personal wound that no PR strategy can heal. The relationship between the brothers, William and Harry. This isn't just about rivalry or disagreement over a wife. Insiders with knowledge of the family's history suggest this taps into the deepest, most painful patterns of the Windsor dynasty: the spare and the heir. Every time he speaks, he doesn't just attack individuals. He pulls back the curtain on the machinery itself. He exposes the stage directions. And for an institution built on never explain, never complain, this is an existential threat. So, how does the firm respond? The reports point to a two-pronged and somewhat contradictory strategy. The first is total narrative lockdown around the core working royals. This means even more controlled access, even more vetted interviews, even more picture-perfect, anodyne appearances that give nothing away. The goal is to make the official story so smooth and consistent that any outside claims seem like wild conspiracy theories. The second, allegedly, is a quiet but relentless long-game effort to diminish the Sussex brand. This isn't about public fights. It's about cold, institutional silence and the subtle withdrawal of privileges, titles, and all but name, and any sense of connection. It's about making Harry and Meghan's story seem irrelevant to the ongoing, serious business of the crown. It's a gamble that the world will eventually lose interest in the rebels and refocus on the throne. But will it work? We are in a new media age. The palace no longer controls the narrative. There are endless channels, podcasts, documentaries, and social media platforms. The Sussexes have their own production company. The unofficial biographers have their sources. The mystery surrounding Catherine's health proved that the public and the press will not simply wait for a polished press release. They will speculate, dig, and piece together a story from the gaps in the official one, that the modern monarchy is therefore trapped in its own rebrand. It asked us to see them as a family, and now we are. We analyze their dynamics, their tensions, their joys and sorrows, just like we would our own relatives or favorite TV characters. But by inviting that intimacy, they've lost control of the plot. The lie of the modern royals isn't that they're unhappy. All families have tensions. The lie is that they're always in control, always united, always perfectly balancing duty with personal bliss. That image is a product. And like any product, when it shows flaws, the consumer's trust wavers. The coming years will be the ultimate test. Can King Charles force his slimmed-down, serious monarchy to coexist with the public's hunger for a fairy tale family? Can William and Catherine shoulder the unbearable weight of being the flawless central characters without breaking under the strain? And can the institution outlast or out-narrate the relentless counterstory coming from across the Atlantic? One insider, quoted recently, put it bleakly: the fear, ISN,